Josh Miller enjoyed recruiting Solomon Brown as much as any player in his coaching career. The affable outside linebacker wasn't in a talking mood, however, when Charleston Southern decided to redshirt him in 2014.
You know, he's a pretty competitive guy, and he didn't talk to me for like a good week, something like that. Just didn't. He was mad. You could tell it was bothering him. You know, just pride and knowing that he was a good player. But then once he got through that phase, he really embraced it and took it as a chance to go against the best that we had to offer on offense every day.
Brown proved more than capable as a scout team standout and then emerged as one of the nation's top freshmen in 2015. 69 tackles, 12.5 for loss, 7 sacks, a pick six, and lots of other big plays made Brown the Big South Freshman of the Year. Playing a central role in the Bucs' run to the conference title was worth the wait for the Central South Carolina native.
The redshirt year definitely slowed the game down. So things weren't going as fast when I was on the field. I could see it.
The coaches saw Brown's potential early, transitioning him to Bandit, a defensive end linebacker hybrid position in CSU's Blue Swarm defense. Brown's ability to add weight, 24 pounds worth of muscle, tenacity, and football acumen made him an ideal fit for the role.
You want a guy that's agile enough to be able to drop and make plays in space, but also durable enough, heavy enough to stand up to a 300-pound tackle, and it's a hard combination to find, but Solomon's just so good with his hands. That's his best attribute as far as physical tool. His mindset is outstanding. He's very competitive, very goal-oriented, so he has a lot of internal drive to be great.
Great would be an apt description for CSU's defense in 2015. The unit was arguably the best in Big South history, and Brown saved his biggest play for the Bucs' biggest game.
Definitely the Citadel in the playoffs when I just stripped the ball from the quarterback. I don't know what it was. It's just that whole moment just felt so slow. Like in my head, I can just still see it now. I think that moment definitely stands out. And just the excitement, how many fans were here, and it was just definitely in the atmosphere that day.
CSU's defense figures to have more big moments ahead, thanks in large part to the edge tandem of Brown and defensive end Anthony Ellis. Opposite Brown, Ellis piled up a Big South high 18 tackles for loss last year and was named this season's preseason conference defensive player of the year. Ellis might not have as much to say as Brown, but both enjoy forming one of the FCS's best defensive duos.
I might talk about it a little more than he does, but I think it's so fun because either you're gonna block me and I'm gonna help him get the tackles and the sacks, or you're gonna try to block him and he's gonna help me. We love playing with each other. I wouldn't want anybody else on that other side of me.
Brown landed at Charleston Southern in part because no one else recruited him with as much gusto. Playing in the shadows of Clemson at Daniel High School, Brown hoped to follow in his father's footsteps and play for the Tigers. Scholarship offers from Clemson and other FBS programs didn't come, but CSU pulled out all the stops to get Brown from the upstate to the low country, something that hasn't been lost on the applied mathematics major.
As far as Charleston Southern in my mind, it was like they made sure that they never left. Like they would always message me, they would always come to the games, to my school when they could, talk to me, talk to my teachers. They just put so much work into me, like coming here. When I came on the official visit, it was just already set in my mind that I was coming. Because I said to myself, I was like, whoever can work so hard to get me to come to their school, the least I can do is work hard for them when I get here.
Brown has continued to shine this year. He played like he belonged at Florida State, notching 9 tackles, 3 for loss, and a sack against the nation's number 3 team. Brown and the Blue Swarm are hungry to go after the Big South again, beginning this Saturday at Monmouth.
I kind of hold myself to a high standard. I wanted to become an All-American hopefully at the end of this year, and I want to win the whole thing as a team, definitely.